Very good morning, everyone. Very good morning. Welcome to your Unit 3 class today, everybody. Boys, shall we get started, everyone? Everyone, all of y'all, shall we put all our devices away? Come, boys, come to the front, please. Come forward, okay? Right, everyone, shall we continue from where we stopped? Let's quickly do a quick recap of what we have done so far. And then let's move on from where we stopped onwards. So, everybody, we are in topic 12 and we are in our final part number 3, isn't it? Okay, part 1, part 2 we have completed, and now we are in part 3. In part 3, guys, it's entirely focused on big data and the impact of big data. What has big data caused? When we spoke about big data, guys, last week also we spoke about it. We broke it down into 5 V's. We said if you want to explain big data, use these 5 V's to explain it. Do you all remember what these 5 V's were? You can first start with how much. How much comes under which V? Volume. Okay, it's a huge volume. That's what makes big data big. Second is it's changing very fast. Velocity, isn't it? It's changing very fast is velocity. Sorry, vulnerable, no. Okay, then guys, it's in many forms. You have structured, semi-structured, unstructured. That's your variety. Then guys, not everything is of integrity. Some you can trust, some you cannot trust. Some might be biased, some might be validated, verified. No, your veracity. Then guys, with this data, there are so many financial decisions you can make. There's a lot that you can derive from this data, which was your value, isn't it? Your value. The fifth V was your value. Okay, what is the benefit you can derive out of this data? Okay, everybody. Then guys, all of y'all, when we spoke about the 5 V's, are your notes open with y'all? Can you all go along with your notes with me? Joel, what are you waiting for? You have part 3, otherwise take it from you. Ikram, have you opened it? Okay, right. Guys online, you all also, okay? Then guys, we spoke about the infrastructure and services for big data. When you are collecting this massive amount of data that's changing so fast, or that's being generated so fast, that is in so many types, in so many forms, we broke it down into 3 things. Everyone on page number 6, what were those 3 categories? We spoke about the collection part of it. Okay, how do you get it? How do you store it? How do you transmit it? So then guys, under collection, guys, what did we speak about? Give me about 3 sources where generally we generate or we receive big data from. One major platform is social media, isn't it? We gather a lot of data from social media. Something else could be, you have these tiny devices connected to the internet, constantly tracking you, monitoring you, telling what you're doing. What do we call that? IoT devices, isn't it? Internet of Things devices. Give me another source. Business transactions, meaning online payments, okay, bill payments, transfers, things like this. From this, a lot of data is gathered about you, okay? Right. Then in terms of storage, guys, when we move on to storage, what do we speak about? Generally, companies are heading towards what? 99.9, you can say, are going for cloud storage because of its flexibility, isn't it? Because of its flexibility, many companies are going towards cloud storage. Anyone remembers any examples I gave you all for cloud storage? Because it's not only storage, they are also providing you the infrastructure so that the data is automatically backed up, so that you can manipulate it, so it has a database inside it. So examples were Google, that's Amazon. Sorry, which one? Microsoft. That is Microsoft's. Amazon had Amazon Web Services, isn't it, guys? Everyone, let me quickly show this on your screen. We spoke about Amazon Web Services, where they provide cloud services that have the infrastructure to deal with your big data. Then guys, girls, all of y'all, let's keep moving. Everybody, anyone remembers what this distributed file system is? Distributed file system, where the cloud storage provider doesn't store all data in one location. Instead, what does he do? Multiple locations, same data or different data? The same data, he distributes it across multiple locations so that high fault tolerance, high availability. Is it clear? When you have the same data across multiple servers, even if one goes down, not a problem. Okay, you can distribute your traffic. Okay, then guys, anyone remembers what NoSQL databases are? NoSQL used to store unstructured data. Everybody okay with it? Unstructured or semi-structured. That's what we say, no SQL. Okay, then we have data warehouses. This is where all your data is going to get dumped. Everybody okay with this? All the data that you collect is going to come into your data warehouse. From your data warehouse, you will try to find useful data. What is that known as? Data mining. Okay, you have all your data dumped into your warehouse, and then from your warehouse, you start trying to manipulate the data and make it useful. That's what we call data mining. We're going to be talking about that today. Okay, everybody, let's keep moving down. Then when we came to transmission, guys, we spent some time over here. This massive amount of data needs to be transferred in a short period of time, isn't it? So what were the factors we spoke about? High bandwidth, okay? A high amount of volume in a short period of time. That's high bandwidth. Distributed storage, guys. Again, we're talking about what? We're talking about this point over here, right? Distributed file system, isn't it? Instead of gathering all your data in one location on one server, you distribute it across multiple locations. Okay, data compression is reducing the size of your file without removing its content. Is it clear? You reduce the file size, maybe you reduce its quality. Okay, or you'll remove repeated data. That's compression. You're trying to save on storage space. And then finally, you will be going for a cloud-based solution so that no matter where the user is located, they will be able to access it. Then guys, we also did this part, but I'm going to restart from here because I have a new example for you. Can everyone come over here? We spoke about impact. Because of big data, what has happened? The girls behind, all of you all. We then spoke about the impact. What has big data caused? What has it changed? What has it affected? Okay, I told you all to write these words on top. What has been the cause, or what has it caused? What has been caused? We should put a D over here now. What has been caused? Okay, so everybody over here, in terms of access. Now, all of you all, let me give you, I think last week I couldn't give you all an example for data silos. Okay, when it comes to data silos, guys, we are talking about accessing data from different departments. Okay, let me give you guys a quick example over here. We'll start with a small example and then we'll move on to bigger examples. Okay, if I were to come on to booking.com right now, this is a website that is dealing with many hotels. Okay, so say for example, I was to put over here, let's remove this and put Gaul. I'll just change this to Gaul. Okay, so Gaul district, these are my dates, these are the number of people, and I'm going to click on search. Now, at this very moment, it needs to communicate with many hotels in Gaul and tell me what do they have available. Everybody okay with this? Right now, I'm dealing with many hotels. Okay, if I were to make this a little more complex, boys, don't focus on the results. Just I want you all to focus on these data silos where you're gathering data from so many departments. Everybody, now these hotels, I could be wrong, but I'm assuming these hotels are giving you real-time data. When they say a room is available, let's open this up. And when you come down to the room details, give me a second. When I come down to the room details over here, where is it? Only 5 rooms left on our site. I'm assuming this is real-time data. It's actually right now 5 available. If somebody were to book it, this will come down to 4. I'm assuming, okay? Because many of them are working in real time with the hotels. So you can see immediately it's giving me real-time data of how many rooms are available. Everybody okay with this? This is an example of data silos. This website is talking to many hotels. Are we okay with this? Right, then let's take it to the next one. If I come to a website like trip.com, let's come to a website like this. This website will work on my hotel and on my flight, both. And you guys, you know, when it comes to flights, you have to deal with so many airlines. When you deal with a airline, they have different, what do you call, packages that they offer you, right? Are you going first class, business class, economy premium, economy? Then what type of seat do you want to sit in? Is it clear? These are the seats that are available. Choose your seat, isn't it? Then do you want insurance? Isn't it? Then do you want a meal? Okay. Now you guys get what I'm saying over here. When it comes to choosing your seat, you're now dealing with the booking department seat area. Then when you choose your meal, you have to deal with the airlines menu. Is it clear? And it's real-time data. You're dealing with different departments at once. Okay, so bringing these different departments together onto one platform and showing it to you is quite complex. Everybody okay with this? Okay, so say for example, I'm gonna go with flight plus hotel. Okay, flight plus hotel, and over here I'll just say from Colombo, Bandar Naik International Airport to Kuala Lumpur. Okay, let's go to the international airport. When are you going? I'll just choose 24th, returning on the 30th. What is this? Hotel will also be the same thing. Destination. How do you choose the number of people? 2 adults. Okay, search. Now, when I do a search, it's, remember this, okay? Processing, 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 still processing, still processing, still processing, still processing. Now, check this out. At the top, it's giving me my flight details, okay? And I can keep changing it, okay? I can change flight and go through the other available ones. We'll assume this is the best one, okay? We'll assume whatever they suggest, we'll go with that. Then, guys, now, can you all read this area? Now, guys, if I were to see what trip.com is offering me, you can book only the hotel, or you can book both together. Both together meaning what? The flight and the hotel. Both of them we will handle for you. And you can see they're giving you a better price, okay? Including taxes and fees and everything. Everyone okay with this? What are we talking about right now? Data silos. Okay, everyone okay with this? This is an example of data silos where it's gathering data from various departments, bringing them together and presenting it to you on one platform. Okay, let's take it to the next level. Okay, so everybody over here, you have all this attraction and tours. Okay, now once you have decided your dates, you can come over here and find tour guides who can take you around for those dates. And then you can choose the city that you want to go as well. Everybody okay with this? So here you can choose various departments they have over here. You choose it over here, you put your dates, you put your locations, and then it connects you. Everybody okay with this? It's accessing data from various departments for you. Now, let's take another example over here. Everyone, can you all read this also with me? Data silos. I wanted to show you all TripAdvisor, but okay, can you guys read this now? For me to explain this in words is a bit difficult because I'll definitely forget the term. So I thought I'll note it down and then show it to you all. What's wrong? Okay, this Hima, all of you will read this below. In a hospital network, okay, you have your patient records on their patient database. Then, guys, patients also enter the hospital with insurance, isn't it? Patients also might have pending bills. They have been in the hospital for 3-4 days. For the last 3-4 days, bills have been collecting. Then some of them have come to the hospital where insurance will be paying their bill. So now your hospital needs to communicate with the insurance company and then sort out the payment, balance out the payment. Then, guys, lab test results, isn't it? Now you have a separate department in the hospital that has all your test results, your blood test and various tests that you do. The results are there. Based on those results, meals have to be prepared. Medicine needs to be disposed. You get what I mean? The doctor needs to be informed. Treatment needs to be prepared. Okay. Now, based on your lab results, pharmacy needs to be informed on what medicines to provide you with. Isn't it? The kitchen needs to be informed on what food to be provided to provide you with. You get it, guys? So you can see over here, multiple departments have to work together in order to take care of you in a hospital. Everyone okay with this? I'll give you one more example. Think of the bank. Everybody, when it comes to a bank, guys, you have different departments in a bank working together to serve you. You have your saving account. You have your loans. You might have leases. You might have insurance through the bank. You might have a credit card through the bank. Is it clear? Now you are one person, but this one person is dealing with so many departments. So when you deal with the bank, you see only one platform, but at the behind of that platform, you would see many departments are working together to serve you. Everybody okay with this? And this is happening so fast. We're going to come to that so fast part shortly here. Okay, now what is data silos or means? What are we talking about here? Data from different departments being integrated into one platform. You see it all as one, but in reality, behind the scenes, you have many departments working together. Okay, last week I wasn't very happy with how I explained it to you all. So can you all read that again, please? Everybody, can you all read data silos again? It's very easy for us to complain. So slow, horrible service, not at all user friendly. But if you, boys, Kusand, all of you, if you want to see the amount of processing that needs to take place in the background, you will realize how complex it is. Okay. What's wrong, Joel? Page number 9. Okay. Then guys, because of big data, because we're talking about what has it caused now, what has it done now, we have become extremely, I'm sorry, forgot to put it on silent. We have become extremely impatient people, isn't it? Can you all read part 2? What is part 2? Saif, do you have the tute? Okay. What does part 2 say? On demand access. We want that data available immediately. Everybody okay with this? As soon as I tell I want to go to Kuala Lumpur, as soon as I put my dates, as soon as I put the people, immediately it should tell me what are the available hotels, how many rooms available, what's the price, what are the facilities. Immediately I want to know. You get it? It needs to be available immediately. Think about the tax hailing system in today's world. Not only you know your booking is confirmed, you also know exactly where the driver is, isn't it? And we get frustrated and we might stop using an app if it doesn't give us the correct location of the driver, isn't it? You come out and it says the driver is outside your building, but you come out of the building, you can't find the driver. The driver can't find you. That bad experience will lead to you never using that app again, isn't it? So that's a simple example of on-demand access. Okay, so when it comes to big data, guys, you need to have a system in place where the data is available whenever the customer needs it. Everybody okay with it? Because you never know when the customer will access. It's not like customers access data only 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., right? There's nothing like you have people 24/7 in the middle of the night also accessing data. This is on-demand access. Can you guys read it? Can everyone read it? Whenever and wherever they need it. Organizations must put systems in place that allow reliable access to data. Everyone now know what reliable means now? You can depend on it. You know it will be there for you when you need it. Okay? Yeah? Hmm.
Side should be there if you're on the
What on the other side?
you want to do a transaction and they have to call, you have to call and there's a
Security system. Oh, okay.
So in the night
it doesn't work well. That's very weird. I was going to tell you something, I forgot. So many organizations run on cloud services because for them to have their own servers, ensuring it's available 24/7, it's quite difficult for them. Okay, so they would go for cloud services. Cloud services are experts in ensuring the data is always available. Everybody okay with this? Sounds good. Imagine, guys, somebody goes to a supermarket. Love's is open 24/7, isn't it? Certain Love supermarkets, they're open 24 hours. So 2 a.m. in the morning, you go and purchase something at Love's and you use your card. And your card is not processing. Why? It says servers are down. It can't process your transaction. Very frustrating experience, right, for you, isn't it? So whatever card you're using, it can be HNB, HSBC, whatever, they need to ensure that 24/7 their servers are up and running. So no matter what time you swipe your card, it will be able to process that data for you. Everyone okay with this? Okay, this is a simple example of on-demand access. Then guys, we have another problem. Cross-border data access. Why is the US having a major problem with TikTok? Going after it constantly, now kind of calm down, but now they are forcing the Chinese company to sell it to a US company. The company that owns TikTok is known as ByteDance. Okay, they have forced it. It's almost going to happen, I think now. They have forced ByteDance to sell it to a US company. What is US's problem with TikTok? Exactly. Because US citizens US citizens, will say US users in the US, when they install TikTok on their phone, TikTok automatically gets access to various parts of their phone. That's the agreement now. We'll give you this app for free, but we need to know about you. Then only we can serve you better. So when you install TikTok, it has access to your microphone, to your webcam, to your gallery, to your contacts, to your keyboard, various parts it has access. And then this data is stored on servers in China. And US government administration is very much uncomfortable with this. Why is our citizens' personal data stored on your servers? Which is why they are forcing them to sell that company to a US-based organization. Is it clear? So the data remains in the US. Everybody okay with this? You guys get my point? So we have something called cross-border data protection. Okay, where the company is, for example, as a Sri Lankan, you're accessing a service in the US. Your data is not being stored in Sri Lanka. Your data is now being stored in the US. Everybody okay with this? Now, for us, no problem, because we feel US will better protect our data than Sri Lanka, isn't it? We have that feeling that, you know what, the US will protect it better than Sri Lanka would do. But think about people in US who know that the servers that hold their data are in India, for example. They might not be very happy about it. So everybody, I'll give you, can you read that first? Cross-border data access. When it comes to big data, guys, you're collecting data from various locations as well. Then the question comes, okay, where is this data going to be saved? Where is it being saved? So then certain users will become very uncomfortable with it. Okay, so everyone, can you all read this example over here? Can you guys read this? Because again, once again, when I start explaining it, I don't do a good job. So we have TikTok, which is owned by a Chinese company called ByteDance, and they have user data from millions of US users. Okay. Now, US is not very comfortable with their citizens' data being stored on Chinese servers. Okay. So now, what is TikTok doing now? TikTok's impact, what was the impact of it? TikTok now needs to start building data centers within the US and ensure that all US user data is stored on those data centers. Everybody okay with this? It's not, no, this is, I took it down and separate this thing. These notes are not there in your tutor. I noted them down to remember, so to explain it to you all. Everyone okay with this? Earlier, I would try to remember and explain, but I noticed I'm not doing a very good job there. So I thought, you know what, I'll copy and paste it and then show it to you all in the class. Okay? Everyone okay with this? I'll give you another example. Over here in Sri Lanka, guys, we have a problem where the president sometimes is way too powerful. He can do extreme things which can be very unfair to the citizens. You get it? We had a situation in Sri Lanka where the president was too powerful. He could do whatever he wants and it could be really unfair to the citizens. One of the challenges is he has every right to, access data stored on a data center, saying it's for investigation purposes. You get it? Okay, the president of the government of a country in Sri Lanka had the power, or was accused of having the power of where they can go and raid data storage centers and go through the data. Is it clear? So companies out of Sri Lanka were very uncomfortable with this. They saw it as a risk. Us putting our servers in Sri Lanka means we are entirely dependent on that government. You get it? Businesses outside Sri Lanka were very uncomfortable in putting their servers in Sri Lanka because they were worried, you know what, the government has way too much of control over our servers. Isn't it? They can go through our data at any time that they want, which is why many companies do not choose to store servers in Sri Lanka, because over here the president or the government has way too much of powers. Okay, so this is an example of cross-border data protection.
Advanced technology there.
Advanced technology where?
At the government.
The government to go through a server.
Yeah.
They don't need advanced this thing. If you're storing data in Sri Lanka, the government, I don't know, they still have it, but at one time they were accused of it, saying you have too much of power. Is it clear? You can use that power against us. Is it clear? I don't know they still have it or what, but there was an accusation about it. Not election, that was during the Easter attack time, isn't it? During the Easter attack time only, they knocked it off. Okay, they blocked social media, but many users were switching on to VPN and using it, right? Okay, right, everybody, we're going to move away from here, guys. Again, can you remind yourselves what are we talking about? Impact. What has been caused because of storing big data? Okay, so number one is the access. Under access, one we spoke about was data silos, gathering data from multiple departments and showing it to you on one single platform. Then we spoke about on-demand access. The data needs to always be available whenever needed. Then we spoke about cross-border data issues. Okay, now can you guys come to the second one? The second impact is what? Processing time. Isn't it? We just spoke about on-demand access. So then what about processing time? We want it to be really, really low, right? Processing should take a very short time. If it's taking very long to process your data, users are going to get frustrated. The big data is not going to be of any use to you. We want it to be processed immediately and for it to give us results. Okay, can you guys read that? Once a user has access to the data, they need to be able to use the data effectively. Let me show you. Okay, booking.com will tell me all the hotels in Gaul, but that's not enough for me. Okay, booking.com will tell me there are 602 properties found in Gaul. Not good enough for me. I want properties with a swimming pool. Okay, processing. There you go. It came down to 134. You know what? I don't want apartments and villas and bungalows. I want only hotels. Processing. That came down to 50. You know what? I want with breakfast. Okay, click processing. It comes down to 38. Okay, then guys, you can sort it by budget. Then you can sort it by what do you call distance from the city center. Then by landmarks. Then by property type. Okay, so many things you can do over here. Everyone okay with this? Then guys, you can ask the platform to recommend for you. Sort by topics, what's most popular right now, or sort by rating, sort by price, sort by distance, various. This is what you call manipulating your data. You have all the properties, but not all of them are useful to you. You start manipulating now. You start sorting, filtering, arranging, organizing to make it useful to you. Everyone okay with this? So why did we come over here? I need this data immediately. Imagine you give the filters and they say, you know what? In 3 hours, check your email. We'll have results for you. Not going to be so interested, right? That's way too long. You need it immediately. Tell me now what is available. Okay, right. Can you guys read real-time access? The next few points are very similar, okay? But just read it. Achieving low latency means results are being returned to you quickly or slowly. Low latency. Quickly, data is being returned back to you quickly. Latency is very low. Okay, keep reading it. Okay, so booking.com would heavily invest in many servers across many locations, each server having a high processing speed. Okay. Guys, once you're done with real-time access, can you also read processing speed? We want our system to be able to do many calculations in a short number of time, in a short period of time. Okay. Ishan, are you reading? Okay, everyone, real-time access, processing speed are quite similar to each other. Did I ever show you all, not in A2, in AS under the topic of databases? Did I show it? Anyway, let's do it again. We look, it's last year now. Everyone, let's have a look at this. I'll take a YAR line such as, can you all read it until I load it up? Everyone, processing speed read below until I load this up. Salamia. The reason I'm using Salamia is because Salamia doesn't require me to log in. I can do the entire booking, and then when I'm going to pay only, I need to log in. So I can show you all the whole process. Now, everyone look here. Now, this is only one YAR line, okay? So it's not really big data. It would be big data if you're dealing with many YAR lines. Like if I were to go on to trip.com, it's giving me all the flights from various YAR lines. Now, Salamia is only going to give me the flight of Salamia, not the other areas. Okay, so we'll take a country it goes to. We'll go to Dubai, from Colombo to Dubai. Okay, let's say Abu Dhabi. Or if I just put Dubai, does it work? Yes, United Arab Emirates. When are we leaving? We'll just take a random date, 4th, and returning on the 9th. One adult, search. Okay, now guys, real-time processing. It's a bit slow, especially given it's dealing only with, it's only one YAR line now. Right, so it came up with various packages. And it tells me on the 4th of month, on Monday the 4th, we have a flight available leaving at 5:05 in the morning, and we'll reach what do you call Dubai at 6:55 in the evening. And then returning also on the same date I have, there are two options for me. I'm just going to randomly choose. Now it's showing me for that particular flight, what are the packages we have for you. We'll just go with the most popular package. Now, how did he come up with it? This is the most popular? Most pick. We'll assume, okay, we'll assume that based on previous data, they have now understood that this is the most popular one. Okay, we'll assume that based on previous customer purchases, the system has understood, you know what, this is the most popular one. Okay, so we'll just go with that. Okay, it started at 69,000 rupees. It has now gone up to 77,000 rupees. Everyone okay with this? So then returning, what do you want? I'll just go with the first one that comes up. 53,000 rupees. I'll go with the most popular one because there would definitely be luggage I need. So 61,000 rupees. So guys, now can you just note down the note down? Remember 138,000. Okay. At the end, see what the price would be. Okay. At the end, remember, see what the price would be. So 138,000. Continue. Now all happening real time processing for that particular flight that you chose. What are the meals that are going to be provided? Do you want any additional luggage? No, I don't want any additional luggage. Do you want priority checking? Shall I go? No need priority checking. I'll stay in the counter and get checked in. Okay, right. Do you want express baggage? Okay, you know what? I'm going in a real. Do you want insurance? Okay, we'll go with insurance. 4,000 rupees only now. Right. Then guys, now have a look at our menu. Now for that particular flight, it has to load the menu. Is it clear? And this flight is not happening today, tomorrow. It's happening. When did we choose? August 4th, about 1 week later. Okay, so let's go and have a look at the menu. So over here, so there is a transit, Colombo to Muscat, Muscat to Dubai. Then again from coming back, Dubai to Muscat, Muscat to Colombo. So now you have to choose 4 meals. You get right, by 4 meals. So now for each flight, it's loading the menu for each flight. And if I'm not mistaken, guys, Salamia has the same menu for all the flights. They don't have a customized menu for each flight. They have the same menu, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, let's choose. I haven't gone, but I have tried booking with them. I once tried booking and then I had to cancel the flight. Oh, they have who eats half a kilogram of cake on the plane? Okay, and how much is that cake? 11,719. Okay, let's just go for, you know, something basic, something basic, something basic, something basic. Okay, kids meal. Okay, so how much for meals alone? That went up to 6,250. We started at how much? 138, right? Okay, let's keep going now. Real-time processing, okay? Real-time processing. You now came to 148.
Can go without a meal, right?
Can go without a meal? I don't think so. You have to choose a meal if I'm not mistaken. I'm not 100% sure, okay? Whether you can go without a meal, okay? Sorry? I think, I'm not sure. I have to check on that. But Joel, every flight is about 3 hours. You're going to need a meal. Okay, you are going to get this thing. Okay, then guys, do you want lounge access? You know, 13,000 rupees for that. No need lounge access. I'll wait in the airport itself. Continue. Now choose your seat. And guess what? Sorry? You need to pay for your seat. Yeah. Depending on where you choose it. So if you take a seat closer to the, what do you call that door that you go out? Not the cockpit, the exit. Closer to the exit, it's a bit expensive. Express seat, another 5,000 rupees you need to pay. If you take these seats, these are in the middle, you know, squash seats, it's 0. You don't have to pay anything extra. But if you come to the place where there is leg room, these are already taken. Okay, this is extra leg space, another 8,000 rupees you need to pay. So we'll go, we are not, you know, we are going to go with something a bit okay. So maybe something close to the aisle. Okay, this is from Colombo to Muscat. Now from Muscat to Dubai, we'll take something with a bit of leg room. Okay, then from Dubai to Muscat, we'll go with the basic one. And then from Muscat to Colombo, we'll go with a free seat. Okay, right, everyone, real-time processing. Okay, it's showing you right now what is available, what is not available, what has been bought, what has not been bought. Okay, real-time processing. Right, continue. Now guys, we started at 138, we came to 166,000. Okay, then guys, over here you fill in your details. There is one more payment. You will choose card payment now. When you choose card payment, 3.5% of the total will be your your card charges. So 166,000 plus 1,500 whatever admin fee plus 3.5%. That will be your final amount. Everybody okay with this? So why did I show you all this? One is data silos, multiple departments working together. You had the restaurant, you had the seating, you had insurance, you had the lounge, all of them working together and putting it on one platform for you. And then next one is, guys, on what do you call? What do we say over here? On-demand access. Then, guys, real-time access and high processing speed. Okay, right. Shall we move down away from here? Now, guys, at this same time, you're not the only one who's booking, right? At this same time, there might be another 2-3 people around the world who is also carrying out this booking. So Salamia needs to ensure that their website is hosted on a server that can deal with multiple customers processing the same flight at the same time. Everyone okay with this? Okay, right. Shall we keep moving? Transmission time. The data needs to be transmitted as quickly as possible. Okay, a delay and somebody else could have taken your seat. Are we okay with this? Everyone okay with this? Okay. Everyone okay with transmission time? Boys behind other one of y'all, can we go through transmission time? There are a number of challenges in ensuring the data is transmitted in between systems in a timely manner. You need it to be transmitted immediately because you know any delay and somebody else would end up having your seat. Isn't it? Right. Everybody, let's move on to security. Okay. The next impact is you need to protect this data. Okay. It's extremely confidential data. Okay. So everyone, can we come down to security? As the volume of data increases, so does the importance of securing it. Okay, because if it gets into the wrong users, if it gets into the hand of the wrong users, it can be easily misused. Everyone okay with this? Keep reading it. Data security is often thought of two main components. Number one is privacy, and the next one is protecting it. Data security. Can everyone read it? When it comes to data privacy, basically, we want to make your data private so that only authorized users get to see it. Unauthorized users should not be able to see it. Okay, can you guys go through data privacy? Big data often contains sensitive information. Okay, ensuring compliance with data protection regulations and implementing robust privacy measures are crucial to prevent unauthorized access and protect the privacy rights of individuals. We do not want our data in the hands of unauthorized users. Okay. Then data security is where you will take measures to protect your data. You will have encryption, you will have OTP, okay, things like this. Okay. Okay, access controls, because the right people need to have access, right? Not everybody should be able to access and modify your data. Depending on their job description, they should be able to access data. Okay, so guys, under impact, what did we cover so far? Access. Next, we spoke about access. We then spoke about processing. Then we spoke about transmission. Now we spoke about security. Okay, shall we keep moving? Okay, with that, we have come to the end of that part. Okay. Can we move down to the next part? Data mining, warehousing, and analytics. Data warehouse, everyone remembers, no? We spoke about it. What is it? Data warehouse is where you dump all your data. Shall we use the word central repository? Your data warehouse is your central repository. This is where all your data is brought. Then from there, manipulation will take place. Everyone okay with this? Right. Can everyone come down to data mining? You all have a note to take down over here. I hope everybody has their writing book with them. Everybody, can we come down to data mining? Boys, girls? Data mining is the process of extracting meaningful information from your data warehouse. Everyone okay with this? You have massive number, you have a huge number of customer transactions. You need to make the data useful to you. So you will do something called data mining. Okay, everybody, you all have your writing books with you? Under data mining, guys, we use 4 techniques: clustering, classification, regression, and anomaly detection. We need to note down what these are. Okay, everyone, your writing books, please. Okay, in data mining, where you're trying to extract useful data from your warehouse, you will be using 4 techniques. Let's have a look at what is clustering. Everybody, Cargill's, everybody, can you look at me for a minute, please? Cargill's has so many customer purchases, isn't it? Cargill's has a huge amount of customer purchases. What will Cargill's try to do? They will try to categorize your customers. Who are our customers who are going to have a baby very soon? Based on their purchases, they can figure that out, right? Isn't it? Based on the purchases, you can understand, you know what? It looks like they're going to have a baby very soon, isn't it? Then by their purchases, you can figure out whether they are grandparents or what do you call, are they elderly people? By their purchases, you can figure out, are they parents with toddlers? Are they parents with, what's the next category? With teenagers, or are they parents with kids? Or are they, what do you call, parents, what do you call, living on their own? The kids have left, isn't it? By their purchases, you can figure out so many things. By their purchases, you can figure out whether they are a single person living alone, isn't it? Okay, everyone. When you start categorizing your customers, this is known as clustering. Everybody okay with this? Similarly, Facebook or Instagram will start categorizing you guys. Based on your use of Instagram, they can group you. What are your interests? What are your preferences? What are your demographics? They can group you. This is what we call clustering. Everyone okay with this? Can you all note down the meaning of this word? Everybody over here? Everyone, can we note down this over here? Group similar data points based on your patterns. Now we spoke about supermarket now based on your shopping patterns. Okay, Instagram will use it based on your browsing patterns or surfing patterns. Okay, grouping similar data or grouping similar users based on their shopping patterns, browsing patterns, use patterns. Okay. Everyone, did you all note down? Under data mining, we do something called clustering, grouping data based on patterns, or grouping users based on shopping patterns or browsing patterns. We do need to get down. Okay. After clustering, guys, we have something called classifying or classification. Something very similar to clustering, but it's slightly different. Okay, I'll tell you an example. On a daily basis, guys, don't take down the whole thing like this. Note down what I have highlighted. An example, you can say supermarkets. Okay, just note down this and then example supermarkets. Okay, clustering customers based on purchase history. So when they create a promotion, they know exactly which group should we go after. This promotion is ideal for teenagers. This promotion is ideal for parents who are going to have a kid. Okay? Everyone okay with this? These are ideal for couples who have just moved into a new place. Okay? These are the items they would need. Everyone okay with this? Right. Then guys, think about this. On a daily basis, I don't know, maybe millions, maybe billions of emails are being exchanged. Email servers will be going through these emails before they are put into your inbox. Agree? Email servers have dealt with so many emails by now that they can automatically understand what is a spam email and what is not a spam email. Everyone, you all agree with me? If you open up your email account, guys, you have a folder called spam. And if you were to open up that spam email, about 95% of the time it's correct. Isn't it? The emails that come into spam, your email service provider has now figured out what type of emails are spam emails. So when they come into your inbox, your email service provider knows whether this is spam or not spam. Based on certain signs in the email. It has a link, it has words that are forcing you to do something. This email has gone to many users. You get what I mean? Okay. So based on these signs, it's able to categorize where this email belongs to. This is what we call classification. Okay. When the email comes, it's able to understand which group to put it into. Okay. So this is what we call classification. Can you guys read this? Assigns data into pre-defined categories. So you have inbox and you have spam. Everyone okay with this? In addition to this, guys, you might have other folders also in your email. Okay, think about this. In Gmail, what do we have? You have your primary, you have social, you have updates. Have you all seen that? Everyone in Gmail, have you all seen? You have primary, then you have social, you have promotions, you have updates. Have you all seen these different tabs? Gmail does the sorting for you on its own. This is what we call classifying. Okay, classification. Can everyone do that? It keeps studying thousands of emails and then figures out where to put each email in. Okay, so for example, email services automatically classifying your emails as primary, promotion, social. Then number 3, guys, we have regression, where based on past data, your system can make predictions for you. It has so much of data that took place in the past now. Based on that past data, it can come up with predictions for you. Okay. Now, everybody, Platinum has been operating since 2016. We have been in operations. So now we are going to start our what do you call? Our new part-time batch. O-level part-time batch is about to start in September. Do you think we have enough data to predict how many students we will be having for this time's intake? Since 2016, we have been operating. So we have enough data, not an accurate number, but we can predict between this and this is the number of students we will have in September. Then in October, it will go up. Then in November, it will go up. December, it might come down a little bit. In January, it will pick up again. You get it, guys? We have now enough data to make predictions and prepare for our new intake. Everyone okay with this? Sounds good? Okay, can you guys read this? Okay, Vidun, are you taking it down? Now we're talking about the third type of data mining, which is your regression. Okay, making predictions based on your collected data, based on data from your warehouse. Okay. And then finally, guys, we have something called anomaly detection. Detecting unusual patterns or detecting something abnormal, something unusual happening in the system. Everyone, while you're writing, just listen to me. Normally, all my purchases on my credit card happen in Sri Lanka. Okay. The moment I make a purchase from a foreign country, immediately within minutes, the bank calls me and tells me, you know what, we have held a payment because something unusual took place on your card. Did you make a purchase from a company in China? And I say, yes, I made a purchase on AliExpress. That was me. I'm aware of it. Then they say, okay, since you have verified that it was you, we will release that payment. This is known as anomaly detection. Do you think somebody is sitting at the computer watching your transactions? No, there is nobody sitting and watching. You have a system running. The moment the system detects something suspicious, it informs the person responsible. Then that person will make a phone call to you. Everyone okay with this?
So what about ATMs by their cameras and all?
Yeah.
But isn't that
Something unusual. So normally ATMs, of course, what do you mean by somebody else is using your card? I don't think they have that much of technology because it's very difficult for a camera to identify you at an ATM.
Or like someone trying to peep or something.
Someone trying to peep. I have never got a call like that. I don't know. Okay, normally when I make an unusual transaction, of example, guys, normally my transactions are between 500 to maybe maximum 11,000-12,000 rupees. If I go and swipe my card for 200,000 rupees, immediately bank is going to call me within the next few minutes and say, you know what, something unusual took place on your card. Did you make a purchase for 200,000 rupees? You get it? Because normally I never buy anything for 200,000 rupees. Okay, so then they would something unusual, anomaly detection. Everybody okay with this? Okay, you guys also have it now. Where? Laptop what? Logging, yeah. When you log into your email from a different device, Gmail gets suspicious about you, sends you a notification. Okay, we detected an unusual login. Was it you? Okay. Everyone okay with this? This is what we call anomaly detection. So these things happen automatically. It's not like somebody is sitting there and watching the computer and waiting. Automatically, when it happens, notification is sent to the responsible user. And that user will then make a call to you, send an email to you. Okay, everybody? So under data mining, you have clustering, classification, regression, and anomaly detection. Okay, detecting for unusual activity. Right, shall we keep moving, everybody? Okay, can we move down to data warehousing? We have already spoken about it. Can you all read the bold words, girls behind all of y'all? Did you all finish writing? You finished writing? Students online, data warehousing, we already spoke about it. Collecting, storing, and managing of raw data from a range of different sources. Everyone saw that? Okay. Initially, data that comes into your warehouse is all in raw form. What do you have to do for it to become meaningful to you? Everybody? What's a good word you can use there? Data that comes into your warehouse is raw. It doesn't make sense. You have to, sorry, you have to do data mining, or another word can be sorting. All this come under what word? You manipulate your data, just like booking.com has a billion properties, but all of them are, they don't make any sense to me. But once I start manipulating that data, giving the dates, giving the location, giving the number of people, giving the property type, when I start manipulating with it, then it becomes useful information to me. Everyone okay with this? At the beginning, it's raw data in a warehouse. Once I start mining it, manipulating it, it becomes useful data for me. Okay. Everyone, can you read the last paragraph? A data warehouse is a centralized repository. All data is coming down into one location. Okay. And then from that one location, you start manipulating. Okay, all of you. Then guys, you have your analytics. Okay, you have something called data analytics. Can you guys read those bold words? And it's easier for me to explain it using examples rather than, can everyone read the bold words there? Data analytics takes the information that you got from data mining. After data mining, you're going to have some data with you now. That data is now your data analytics and turns it into actionable intelligence for an organization. Everybody okay with this? So I'll give you a simple example. Producing reports. Do you guys remember doing this in your database? Everyone? In your database, guys, what was the database we had? We did a taxi database. Then, guys, I wanted to know how much each driver has earned from the hires they went on. Everyone okay with this? I wanted to know how much have drivers earned from what? From the bookings that they went on. Is it clear? Now, when I get these numbers, guys, I can see has their what do you call, has their earnings gone up or has their earnings gone down? That is known as an analytic. Everybody okay with this? You're converting the results of data mining into actionable data that you can use to make a decision. That's known as data analytics. So data analytics normally is in this form. Can everyone look at this area over here? It will be in a form of a report. It will be in a dashboard. It will be in charts. It will be in graphs. Isn't it? When you look at a chart, immediately you can see what was best performing, what didn't perform so well. Are we okay with this? Okay. Natural language search, text, and you know what natural language search means? You can talk to the system and the system can answer your questions. Natural language. Google, you can take as an example. You can talk to it, it can come up with an answer for you. Okay, everyone, can I go through these examples? You all might be still confused about it. I'm going to give you all some examples now. Okay. When it comes to data analytics, guys, we have two types. Number one is descriptive analytics. Descriptive analytics tells you what? Can everyone read the italic word? What does it say over there? What has happened? Okay, when you go through your data to see what have we done so far, that is known as descriptive analytics. Okay, can everyone go through this? What is the purpose of descriptive analytics? To summarize and understand what has taken place, past tense. What has happened? We have had so many students. These are the results we have produced. So many boys, so many girls. Okay, these are the number of subjects we offered. Okay, this is how the attendance has been. This many physical, this many online. That is our descriptive analysis. Okay, can you guys see the real life examples? A supermarket or a retail store. Joel, all of you all goes through last month's sales to see what product they have sold the most, or goes through the last year's sales to see how many customers have shopped with them. Okay. A teacher analyzes students' test scores to see the class's average performance over the last so many terms. Okay, this is descriptive analysis. You're seeing what has happened. Okay, then guys, after seeing what has happened, what would you do? You would then start making predictions. You know what? This is what we have done so far now. So in the next 2-3 years, this is what we can do. This is what we call predictive analysis. What is now going to happen? Based on our past, it seems like this is what's going to happen. This is what we call predictive analysis. Can everyone read the bold words, the italic words? What is likely to happen? Okay, keep reading it. To forecast future outcomes, yeah, based on past and current data. Okay. So everybody, an example can be an e-commerce site recommending products to you. How do they come up with the recommendation? Your interest in a product with which many other customers have already purchased. And those customers who purchased this product also purchased other items. So they automatically predict that you would also be interested in these items. Everyone okay with this? Okay. Everyone who purchased the iPhone 16 also bought a screen protector. So when you're browsing for iPhone 16, it would also recommend you getting a screen protector. Okay, that's what they call predictive analysis. Okay. Okay, so for example, if you take booking.com helps you find a hotel, also connects you with places that you can visit in that area. So how do they come up with places that you can visit in that area? They know customers who previously booked this hotel also booked tours to these locations. So they make the same recommendation for you as well. When you book that particular hotel, they recommend the same locations for you as well. Predictive analysis. Then guys, we have something called prescriptive analysis. Prescriptive is, so what should we do? We know what we have done. We now know most probably what's going to happen. What do you do in the middle? What should we do then? That's what you call your prescriptive analysis. Everybody okay with this? Prescriptive is what has happened. Prescriptive is a mix of what has happened in the past and what do we think is going to happen in the future. So what do we do to make both of them happen? Everyone okay with this? Can you guys read it? To suggest the best course of action using data. Everybody okay with this? So I'll give you guys a simple example. Platinum, what did they do? They did a descriptive analysis, boys, everyone. Platinum did a descriptive analysis and we saw, okay, this is how many students we have had in O levels. This is how many students we have had in A levels. Then guys, we also did a predictive analysis and we saw what? Based on previously, we have had so many students now. So going forward, this is what the numbers are going to be. Everyone okay with this? Then we did a prescriptive analysis. So what should we do if you're expecting such a number and if we have had so much in the past, what should we do to make it even better? So then they started, you know what? We should also introduce the following subjects. You know what? We should also now open up grade 6. We should now also open up grade 9 or grade 8. Grade 6 and grade 8, they opened up. This is an example of prescriptive analysis. So what should we do then? Okay, we know what happened in the past. We know what's most likely going to happen. What should we do now? This is known as your prescriptive analysis. Can you guys read what it does? Combines your historical data, your predictions, and decisions together. Okay, helps make informed choices by recommending specific actions. Okay, so real life example, a ride sharing app like Uber suggests the most efficient routes and surge pricing areas. A hospital recommends optimal treatment plans for patients based on past cases and outcomes. Any examples you guys can give me? What do you guys think of? eBay, what does eBay do?
Collect the users data.
Okay, that will be, so going to user data will be descriptive. Predicting what this customer is going to purchase in the future will be predictive analysis. How will they use prescriptive?
Users order history.
Okay, so for example, eBay might start sending you emails thereafter, right? Related to the items that you purchased. You purchased a phone. Now, a few months later, they might start sending you emails talking about a cover, talking about a tempered glass, talking about a charger. Okay, maybe 2-3 years later, they still want you to, Himak and Adam, all of you all, 2-3 years later, maybe 4 years later, they still want you to remain with them, right? Now, what do they come up with? Let's have a trade-in offer. You give your old phone and we'll give you a new phone. You need to just pay the balance only. You guys get my point? Because they know what you purchased from them, right? So now they come up with a prescriptive analysis. 1 second, 3 years later or 4 years later, they send you a message saying, you know what? You can trade in your old phone and buy in a new phone. You just have to pay the balance only. Everybody okay with this? Okay? No, I'm just giving you an example of prescriptive analysis. What about a bank? A bank knows what salary you're earning. They have seen what you have been earning previously. They have been seeing in the last so many years, your salary has been constantly increasing. So now they can make a prediction now, boys. They can now make a prediction, right? In the next 2-3 years, your salary is going to go up so much. They have seen for the last 5 years, it has been constantly increasing by so many percent. Now they can make a prediction, you know what? In the next 5 years, he's going to be having a salary of, I don't know, 500,000, 600,000 rupees. And based on that prediction, they can start preparing. So what do? They come up with the idea of offering you a credit card. Is it clear? They now know, you know what, your salary is going to increase. So you will be able to afford a credit card. So now they start approaching you for a credit card. Example of a prescriptive analysis. They saw what the future is like for you. And based on that, they come up with a different course of action. Here you go. We can offer you a credit card now. Everybody okay with this? Right. Are we okay with this, guys? Shall I give you all, want me to go from top to bottom again? What are we talking about? Data analytics. We completed data mining. Now we're talking about data analytics. Can everyone go through it? 1, 2, 3. Everyone? Can everyone go through data analytics? Okay. Okay, so in data mining, we had clustering, classification, regression, and what is the last one? Regression and anomaly detection. Under data analytics, we had descriptive, predictive, and prescriptive. Yes, guys, Dishan, all of you are. Boys, can you get moving? Everyone, over here, we're going to look at places where big data is being used. Only a few examples have been listed here. Okay, we'll spend about 5 minutes here and then move on to past paper questions. Okay, guys, can you read the heading over here? Can everyone have a look at the heading over here? What's going on?
It's your fault. I said.
Everybody, can you read it, please? Okay, guys, can we all go through it? As organizations see the benefits of big data, of collecting data from various sources and bringing them together, it is becoming increasingly integrated into all areas of society. Okay, from personalized advertisements that were built only for you to see, and recommended purchases on e-commerce sites, to detecting fraud or issues in financial transactions, big data provides valuable information and influence. Guys, you know what influencers mean, no? It plays a part in us making decisions. We make decisions based on what big data tells us. Everyone okay with this? Sometimes we were planning on purchasing a particular product, but when you got on to Daraz recommended a different product, and now you ended up purchasing that product. Everybody okay with this? Okay, so it influences us, right? So we'll take one example. How is big data being used in healthcare, in the medicine industry, in hospitals? Okay, right. The ability to analyze large volumes of data and use computer systems to discover patterns and anomalies has transformed healthcare in the recent years. Everybody okay with this? In the healthcare industry, right? In the healthcare industry, they are able to go through the records of many patients, the diseases they have had, the medication they have taken, what was the result after they took the medication. And from that data, they can find certain patterns. People in this age group who take this medicine generally turn out in this way. You get it? The healthcare industry is able to find patterns from these large volumes of data. Keep reading it. Big data continues to have significant impact on doctors, patients, and the treatments. Okay, so number one, guys, because of big data, okay, Kram, all of you are with me? Okay, because of big data, personalized treatment plans are being provided. You know what personalized means? Based on your gender, based on your weight, based on your allergies, based on your dietary restrictions, maybe based on your location. Based on this, it comes up with a treatment plan for you. Everybody okay with this? Not everybody gets the same treatment plan for one disease. No, based on various factors, they come up with the treatment plan. Okay. Then guys, accelerate drug discovery and development. Can you guys read that paragraph? Everyone, can you read it? By going through a lot of past data, doctors can identify trends in which drugs and treatment have proved most effective. Now, when it comes to curing a particular sickness, there are so many methods that can be used. Is it clear? So by going through big data, by seeing how each method turned out, you can then figure out what is the most effective method for each patient. Okay, when it comes to this age group, this seems to be the most effective method because 64% in this group who took this treatment turned out to be successful or got cured. Okay, keep reading it. Allowing them to target specific treatments or combine approaches to develop new treatments. Another reason it can be used in healthcare is what? To track and manage public health threats. Everybody okay with this? Okay, so guys, using big data, guys, you can start figuring out if a threat is becoming a major threat. Everyone okay with it? Before COVID reached Sri Lanka, we were all quite aware of it, isn't it? When only one person in Sri Lanka got it, and that was a foreigner as well. When only one person had it, almost whole of Sri Lanka knew there was a disease that's spreading very fast. isn't it? Okay, this is through the use of big data. Okay, right. Everyone, infrastructure planning and all, I'm going to keep it for our next week. Can we start answering some past paper questions now? Normally we go from part 1, part 2, then part 3. No, last week we couldn't do any part 3 questions. So we'll start with part 3, then go to part 2. Okay. Everyone, can we move down to page number what's this number? Page number 18, please, everybody. Page 18, all of you. Large distributed databases process millions of queries and data updates every day across global networks. Okay? Can you guys keep reading that? Give 3 reasons why it is better to use a distributed database rather than a single database at one location. So you can have a distributed system where a database, the same database is stored across multiple servers in different locations. You can do that. Okay, it's going to be complex. It's going to have a high setup cost for you, a high maintenance cost for you. Or you could have everything in one database in one location, which means less complex, less maintenance cost, less installation cost. Okay, but why do many companies go for the distributed system rather than the single location system? How is security better? Okay, so you can say higher fault tolerance, isn't it? Okay, higher fault tolerance if one goes down, or you can say higher availability even. Higher availability where if one server were to go down, the system would still run with the remaining servers. Shall we get that down? High fault tolerance. Everyone, can we get this down? High fault tolerance. High fault tolerance. Yeah. Where if one server were to crash, the system would still be able to operate. Something else? Less transmission time, or shall I say lower latency? Because traffic is distributed across servers. You're not bringing everyone to one server. Okay, less transmission time since traffic is being distributed across multiple servers. Something else? Sandra, what shall I say? High availability also, you can still say high availability. It's very rare the system is going to go down. High fault tolerance, high availability, less transmission time. Pick up something else and tell me, Vinu. We can talk about. How about scalability? It's good or bad here? Is it easy to add another server in such a system? Is it okay to take out one server? Is it going to cause a major problem? Scalability means what? You can increase and decrease as you wish. So you can talk about high scalability. You can talk about high availability here. Okay, high scalability. And then when you're done, can you also have a look at the marking scheme? In the marking scheme, is there anything that we didn't touch on? Did the marking scheme also below? Is there anything that I didn't mention here? Tell again. Redundancy. So what about redundancy? Reduce the chances of failure. Okay, we said high fault tolerance, no? Okay, anything that we didn't mention apart from that? Everyone look at the marking scheme. Sorry, what do you say? Able to, what's the word? What's the word you said before queries? Able to deal with multiple queries at the same time because you have many servers working for you. Okay. Okay. Shall we move on then? Everybody, a word is coming up that I didn't teach you all yet. It's coming up in another chapter, but I thought I'll also explain it to you all over here. One of the problems with a distributed database is that of concurrency. You know what concurrency means? You come up with your definition, I'll tell you. Everyone, you have multiple servers now. We'll say, for example, HNB is having multiple servers of customer data. When a customer withdraws money from his account, 2,000 rupees he has withdrawn from his account, shouldn't all the servers be updated at the same time with the latest information? They all have to be updated at the same time with the latest information, isn't it? This is what you call concurrency, updating of all the servers at the same time with the latest information. Everybody okay with this? What you call concurrency. They are all being updated at the same time. So state what is meant by concurrency in this context. What shall we say? Updating of multiple servers at the same time. Okay? With the same information. Updating of multiple servers at the same time with the same information. With the same information. So why might concurrency cause a problem with a distributed database? So if concurrency doesn't happen, what is going to be a result? What's a good word for that? Reliability is going to go down, but each server is giving you a different picture. One survey is saying customer has a balance of 50. Another survey is saying customer has a balance of 48. Another survey is saying customer has a balance of 51. Accuracy, oh, we are all talking about the same customer, but different balances we are showing. Inconsistency, isn't it? A high level of inconsistency. We are all talking about one customer, but we are showing different balances for that customer, isn't it? So explain why concurrency might cause problems with the distributed database. We can say if concurrency doesn't happen effectively, where all the servers don't get updated at the same time with the same information, what can it lead to? It can lead to data inconsistencies where each server will be having a different value, different value, we can say. Yeah. Okay, shall we get started? Everyone, let's get started with this. You can say if updating of servers, or if concurrency does not happen properly, if concurrency does not happen properly, it can lead to servers having inconsistent data on their databases. Servers having inconsistent data on their databases. bases, on their database. So what happens when you have inconsistent data on your database or on your server? When you run queries, you're going to get inaccurate results, so your data wouldn't be reliable. This can lead to users receiving inaccurate data, to users receiving inaccurate data for their queries. Data for their queries. Leading to poor reliability. This can also upset your data integrity. No accuracy, no reliability, inconsistent data. Okay, this can lead to poor data integrity as well.
What's inconsistent? Data?
Inconsistent means each server is giving a different value. Concurrency means what? Updating of all the servers at the same time with the same information. Okay, but if concurrency doesn't happen, let's say you went to the bank, you withdrew money from your account. Okay, only 2 servers got updated. The other 2 servers didn't get updated. You get it? Okay, so now 2 servers will say you had a balance of 50,000. After withdrawing 2,000, it came down to 2,000. 2 servers say you have 48,000. The other servers are saying you have a balance of 50,000. You get my point? And then say 2 minutes later, you do another transaction of where you add 3,000 rupees. And now all the servers got updated. So now what happens? The 2 servers that were saying 48,000 will now show your balance as 53,000. The others will show as 55,000. There's a massive inconsistency here now. We are all talking about the same customer, but the balances are different. Okay. Are we all okay with this? Right. Let's try a different topic now. I'm moving down, everyone. Question 4, please. A company owns and operates airports in several countries. The company collects large amounts of data and uses big data techniques to analyze it. Okay, one characteristic of big data is the volume. Give me 4 other characteristics. Your velocity. Next. Variety. Your value. And your veracity. Everybody, we are moving on to part 2 now. Everybody, part 2, please. All right, I'm closing this then. Everybody, we close this and we move on to part 2. So, everybody, most probably next week, boys, girls, everyone look at me, will you? Everyone, now we have come to the end of topic 12. In topic 12, we have a little bit more saying of how big data can be used. It's a very short part. I will not be spending too much of time over there. I'm trying my best to find videos to play and show you all rather than explain it. But basically, topic 12 is over now. Most probably next week, Evan, Dishan, listen to me, will you? Most probably next week, you will have a 50 question MCQ paper. 50 questions MCQ. And I think it's the first time I'm doing an MCQ with you all. I think, guys, 1 minute a question is more than enough. Okay. So 50 minutes means little less than an hour. I need to give you all to do that paper. Okay. I'm targeting 50, but if I'm unable to make 50, it might come down to 40. Okay. It's not confirmed yet. Most probably next week, we have the first half of the class will be a class. The second half will be this MCQ exam. Okay. It's an MCQ. Okay. Either 40 questions or 50 questions. Okay. I'll confirm it to you all 1 or 2 days before. Okay. Just keeping you all informed. Okay. Right. Everyone, let's move forward now. Can you all come down to page number, let's Let's do a hard one first and then we'll do a, here you all fill this right. Everyone, this is only a draft. Your answer is supposed to be here. Okay, drawing tables, putting attributes. Okay, you don't need to show the relationships. They haven't asked for that. But primary key, foreign key, those. Last week I did it over here. I told you I have no time to take it over here. For you all to see and take it. Okay. All right, this is also done. Shall we have a look at this? Question 5. The water sports equipment rented to customers is regularly inspected by qualified technicians. Complete the diagram to show a logical model of the database. You must include 2 additional entities, 4 relationships and relationship types. Okay, sounds confusing. Okay, shall we read that again? I was not concentrating at all. Let's read that again. Thus, water sports equipment rented to customers is regularly inspected by technicians. We have water sport equipment. We rent it out to customers. This equipment is also inspected by technicians. Everyone with me? Okay. You complete the diagram to show the logical model. So you only need to draw the entities and the relationship. No, not necessarily the attributes. Agree? The field names, primary key, foreign key, no need. They haven't mentioned anything like that. They haven't mentioned anything like that. Okay. So shall we start? You have your equipment entity. You have your customer entity. At the bottom, you have your technician entity here. What do you think should be the next entity here? You have your equipment which you rent out. You have the customer which takes it. You have the technicians who inspect it. Booking. Shall I use a better word? Rental, no? They said rent, no, we'll use rental. Okay, we need to have a rental entity. Anything else? They said there should be 2 more. Rental is there. You need to have a rental entity, rentals. I'll just say rental. What do you think the next one is? Inspection. You also need a inspection, isn't it? Now guys, what do you think is the relationship? Rental will be in between who and who? Inspection is not there, no? Technician are the people who do the inspection. Okay? Didn't understand, no? Technicians will check the equipment. When a technician checks an equipment, what do we call it? An inspection. Other me didn't understand. When a customer takes an equipment, what do we call it? A customer took an equipment. It gets recorded where? In the rental table. When a technician inspects an equipment, we record it in the inspection table. Right. Now tell me guys, rental will be in between who and who? Between equipment and customer, isn't it? So what I'll do is, what type of relationship? One customer can have, read it again. One customer can have many rentals, not many equipment. A customer can rent many equipment, isn't it? So customer and rental will be 1 to many. One equipment can be rented many times. So I'll draw that in the middle, no? So I'll draw it over here. You have a rental table over here, rental, and you all told me the relationship is 1 to many. One equipment can have many rentals. One customer can carry out many rentals. Are we okay? Then inspection comes in between whom? Between equipment and technician, no? Between equipment and technician, we need to have inspection. Inspection. So one equipment will be inspected many times, can be inspected many times. And one technician can carry out many inspections. Okay? Are we good? You are confused? Okay, how shall all of you look at there? Let's try to do one more. I'm moving on. I have drawn it wrong, no? Not drawn it wrong. My arrows are in the wrong way, no? Everyone, my arrows are wrong. Can you all draw it properly? It should be, everyone, these arrows are a bit messed up. It should be like this. Right, we are moving down. Everyone, question number 1, answer below. Question 1, page number 14. Retail stores use databases. Normalizing a relational database reduces data redundancy because it removes duplicate data. Explain one other benefit of normalizing a relational database. One is you're reducing data redundancy. Next, what are the other benefits? Data inconsistency, sorry. Okay, you're saving on storage space. What about complexity, Dishan? Encryption has nothing to do with encryption. Complexity, you're reducing it, right? You're breaking your table into smaller, less complex tables. It becomes easier for you to understand. You're improving data consistency. You're reducing data inconsistency. You're saving on storage space. You take whichever you want. I'll talk about complexity here. Okay? The complexity of the database is reduced. The complexity of the database is reduced by breaking one complex table into smaller tables. Is reduced by breaking one big complex table into many smaller tables and linking them together, and linking or connecting them also. Guys, by normalizing a database, you can also generate what? Queries can only be generated on a normalized database. Agree? If you have all your data dumped in one table, you can't carry out queries. You will not be able to get proper queries, and you will not be able to convert those queries into reports. So reports and queries only become possible because of normalization. Okay? In part 1, we only have the essay type question remaining, correct? Check and see below. In part 1, if that's the only one, I'm still. We have some more. I think we'll do it. Everyone, part 1, then we have some more time. We have about 5 minutes more. Okay, I thought already essay type was there. Okay, everyone, I'm going to close this then. Can we have a look at part 1? Sorry? Okay. Let's have a look at part 1, Vilu, then. In part 1, boys, girls, can you come down to page number? Page number. Everybody, question number 8, please. Question 8, please. Joel, do you have part 1?
No.
Why no?
Sorry, hold it up.
Remind. Telling me last week is no use. Tell me before the class. Can you drop me a reminder tomorrow before you come to the class? Tomorrow I'm coming. Then Thursday?
Thursday.
Next Thursday. It's okay. Wednesday, drop me a message. Then when I come, I know how to keep it for you. Okay? Joel,
I'm writing
now what are you going to remind me of? Next week, what are you going to remind me for?
for part 1
Topic 12, part 1.
and for the
Whatever is missing, you let me know. Okay? Right, everybody, question number 8, page number 21 of part 1. An insurance company sells buildings, contents, car, life, pet, travel and pet insurance. The company makes extensive use of IT here. Give 2 reasons why input validation should be implemented on databases and IT systems. Input validation. Louder. Okay, number 1, to maintain consistency, all the data follows the same rules. We can start with that. To maintain data consistency or to improve or to maintain data consistency so that to maintain data consistency where all the data follow the same rules when being entered. Follow the same rules when being entered. Okay. Another reason why you should another reason can be you want to ensure that the user is entering the correct data, isn't it? For telephone number, he's actually putting numbers. Okay, you want to ensure he's entering the correct data. Is it the truth? That you can't check. That comes in validation. That comes in verification. In validation, you ensure they are entering the correct data. Okay, to ensure that the correct data, is entered. To ensure that the correct data is entered. Okay, everybody? Everybody, yesterday on the group, I gave you an image, isn't it?
Yes.
We will be learning that tomorrow. It's called the input mask. Okay. It's like a format check. Okay. Basically like a format check where you can control the characters that the user enters in a database field. Okay, everyone. Until we meet again